This is healthy, right? It's candy that's good for you.
We are the Bracketteers.
Well, welcome back to this room. I was going to take you guys with me to my doctor's office, but my battery died. So I had to plug it in and, let it charge. So I'm back now. My appointment went fairly well. Okay, so I switched doctor's offices not too long back. And I didn't hate my last doctor, but there were some things lacking, and there was something different about the way this new doctor's office goes. I can text them. The PA, I text her for stuff, right? Like I send her a text message for an update on something, or if I have a question about something, I can just send her a text. That's awesome. I go into the office. They know who I am. They're like, "Oh, hey, Sean," right? They see me right away. I don't sit in the office for 30 minutes waiting for a doctor to come in to see me. And I'm just treated like VIP status, like gold, right? Like, so I love it when I go in there, and I just wanted to shout that out. These people are awesome. Okay. The little bit of the weird thing about it is that they don't go with insurance. Like, they'll take my insurance and they'll bill my insurance for certain things, but they don't deal with insurance for their visits. So they just charge a monthly fee. It's affordable. I think it's affordable, and I don't think a lot of things are affordable for this sort of thing, right? The price is based on your age and a couple other factors, but it's affordable, at least to me. And I have unlimited access to my doctors. If something's wrong, I call in, I text them. They'll Skype with me, and it's just like, it's cool. It's really cool. So sorry I didn't get to take you guys. They actually moved to a new location, and so it was in a different place than it was last time, which was weird. The last doctor's office that I was at was like in the same building. They had this big medical building. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. And so, like, right when you walk in the door, it's my old doctor's office, and then like the next door over was the new doctor's office, and then like across the hall was a lab I went to do my blood tests and stuff. So it felt kind of awkward going in and like sneak past my old doctor's office and hope they don't see me. You know what I mean? Like, "Hey, what are you doing here? You don't come to us anymore?" Not that they would do that, but like, it's just that feeling in your head. So my mind picks that kind of feeling up. But anyway, they moved out of there, and now they're in a new building like down the street somewhere. So I love them. So I just wanted to just say how much I'm really happy with my new doctor's office, because they take so much good care of me. And I did pretty good. Things are still not where they should be, but we're making progress. And that was a big thing for me, is that I'm on my way to being better with this blood pressure thing. My sugars are good, so that was a good sign. And since my sugars are doing so very well, I think I'm ready to try doing some of these ketogenic diet. I don't know if you guys have heard of the ketogenic stuff. I like it. I like what I've read about it so far. You have to do it a certain way for it to work. There's a lot of people that do like the fad version of it, and they just avoid carbs, or they just avoid certain things. It's like, no, there's like a scientific method behind this diet and the exercise that goes with it, and the intermittent fasting and all this stuff. And I was worried about it because when your blood sugars are too high, you shouldn't really fast. And so now that I've gotten the blood sugars to be clean in the level where they said I'm not even pre-diabetic anymore, like it's great. So I think I'm going to go ahead and step forward and try doing the ketogenic diet. I'm going to get a plan that I found online and work on it. So that's going to be something I should do. But yeah, so my blood sugars are pretty normal. My, I guess it's triglycerides was a little bit elevated still, to the point where it was a little bit of a concern, where I'd want to be careful. And that's related to sugars. So it was kind of weird that my blood sugars have normalized, but my triglycerides, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. I know I'm saying triglycerides right, but I don't know if that's the actual term or the actual thing. I don't know if I have it right or not. But if it is right, triglycerides, it should kind of be it should interact and correlate with your blood sugar. So if my blood sugar's gone down, that should have gone down. And it did go down. I had the doctor go back and look at my last records that they got, and she did some comparisons in the numbers. But she didn't have the actual records. She just had notes from my previous doctor. So she looked at the numbers that he had written down and did some comparisons. And we're going to do it again in another month or two and, get that all checked out again. So, and we'll see if it goes down, if all those numbers get even better. The other thing was my cholesterol. So there's good cholesterol and there's bad cholesterol. My bad cholesterol is a little bit high. It used to be even higher. I guess it's supposed to be like 100, and right now it's 108. So it's a little bit high, and it used to be like 125. So it's come down quite a bit. My good cholesterol levels are too low. It should be around 50, and they're actually quite a bit low. I'm in the 20s. I think she said 26 or something like that. So I need to come up quite a bit on the good cholesterols and come down just a little bit more on the bad cholesterols. So that means a little bit less eggs and dairy and red meats, and I don't know if I can eat more, but more nuts and fish and olive oil. I have so much olive oil and nuts every day, and I'm going to have to add more fish. I'm upping my fish oil pill that I take in the morning. So, and we're going to add on some, another medicine temporarily and just kind of do my thing. So, we're going to see how that goes and go from there. So, yeah, so I'll be going back to the doctor's office in a month, and we'll see how I'm doing. I'm going to work on these things and get myself better. I'm happy to see improvements. My blood pressure has been a little high, though, still recently. And I don't know if it's just because I've gone out and had meats and some things, and then it brings it up for a couple days. Because I've noticed, I don't know if any of you out there have high blood pressure. I've noticed that when I eat something salty, like a bratwurst, or like yesterday I had a bratwurst for lunch because it was part of our staff lunch that we had. So it's like that's what's there. I'm just gonna have one, no bun. I did it without a bun, and I just had one, but that might have been enough to kick my blood pressure up for today. So I'm gonna have to like minimalize my meats and have like one meat per week instead of 3 or 4 a week. And do more fish. Fish is the exception. So I'm going to try and have more fish and more vegetarian meals and vegan meals and try as I got to get into this like Mediterranean style eating. So we'll see what we can come up with. Was I going somewhere with this story? Anyway, I've noticed, this is what I was going to say. I noticed that my blood pressure goes up like 1 to 2 days after I eat a bad meal. If I have 2 bad meals in a row, it goes up really high. So, and then it takes like 3 or 4 days for it to kind of start making its way back down. So I have to eat really, really good a whole lot more often and cheat a whole lot less. Just a teeny tiny bit of the cheating stuff. Sugars, candies, I've been doing great. We used to eat, I don't know if you guys have watched our vlogs and we would talk about our desserts and stuff. We used to eat cookies like every night. Cookies, cake, pie. We didn't have all of those every night, but we'd pick one, and we'd have this big giant piece of pie or like a huge cookie, or we'd have 6 small cookies, and that's a lot of sugar. We've narrowed it down. Now I eat this stuff, dark chocolate, like this stuff here. It's the intense stuff. This is not sponsored or anything. Excuse me. The cacao is important. It needs to be at least, I think they said 70% cacao. The one I just was having is 72%. It's also the intense dark. This one's called Twilight Delight. But we just picked up this 86% cacao. It's called Midnight Reverie. Ooh, fancy. This barely has any sugar in it. Dark chocolate, mostly cacao. The 72% had like 3 grams of sugar. Why doesn't it want to focus there? 3 grams right there. 3, it's hard to see because it wants to focus on everything else. But Wow, there it is. Come on, focus, 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 focus! That is 3 grams of sugars in the 72%. The 86% only has 1 gram of sugars. So, I'm happy with this. I'll have one of these every day for lunch because this stuff is high in antioxidants. It's good for my blood pressure. This is healthy, right? It's candy that's good for you. So you don't want to eat too much of it, obviously. But I have 1 square, right? So just 1 every day at lunchtime. Not even every day. Like most days, I'll have 1. And other days I won't have any. And then for dessert at dinner time, we'll pick like some of those Halloween candies or Christmas candies, like those little ones. And like those Lindt chocolate ball things. Oh my gosh, those are so good. We'll pick like 2 of those each night for dinner. Instead of having a big old piece of cake or 6 cookies or 1 gigantic cookie, we have 2 little pieces of chocolate as our dessert. So we have improved quite a bit. And we don't eat dessert every night. We eat dessert most nights though. There's your update. A nice long update. This will be a nice long vlog, right? Not even super entertaining, right? I'm sitting in this room. So this is my booth. Have you guys seen my booth since I updated it? I'm working on building an actual like booth with a wall and like wood and insulation and like a ventilation system and all that. I have a friend who's going to help me. Like he's pretty much just going to charge me for parts, right? He's just going to come help me build it. But here we go. I have this little door that's a blanket, and you come in here and look at this. This is a replica of my screen where I'm actually replying on your comments out there, but I forwarded that screen to in here, so it's a copy of that screen, same screen. And then I've got my microphone and my little pop filter, and my microphone has a pop filter on it, so there's like 2 pop filters. I gotta, it's a sound thing. If you don't know sound, you won't get it. But this is cool. I can come in this little booth, and it's just, this is a comforter. And I got blankets on all the walls, and on the top there's blankets. These are like moving blankets. They're not super thick, and you can still hear some sounds in here. But I don't know if you can notice the difference just from your computer. But there's no reverberation in here. It's nice. And then I got a nice LED light here, so I don't get hot, because LED lights, you can touch them. They don't get hot. It gets a little bit warm, but that's about it. Yeah. It's nice. So this is all PVC pipe. I built this myself, but it's really thin, and I don't know if you noticed how much I just pushed it off the wall, but this thing leans like crazy. Like you can see over there how much it's moving. Oh my goodness, look how much it moves. It's leaning really far. This one is bent really bad. So I just need to update this and build in some walls, and we're gonna make it look a lot more professional, and it'll sound better in here too. So I am stoked about that. It'll probably be a few weeks before I get that project going, but yeah, lots of fun going on. So anyway, if you guys are new here, my vlogs aren't always this boring. I just got to get my camera out and move around a little bit more. Bentley's outside. I'm gonna let him in. See, look, he's waiting at the door. He's waiting ever so patiently. And now he'll be excited because he sees us. Look at him wagging his tail. He's wagging his tail. He's excited to come in. All these smudges on the window are from him jumping on the window because he wants to come back in. Oh, Bentley. Oh, look at Bentley. Look at Bentley. Oh, look at Bentley. Look at Bentley. Look at him patiently waiting. Sit. Stay. Oh, good boy. Look at that. He's really excited to come in, but he's obeying me. Good boy. Release. Yes. Look at that. Bentley has learned so much. We love our Bentley. If you love our Bentley, give us a thumbs up on this video. Come on. Look at this guy. He's so adorable. Give us a thumbs up if you love Bentley. And comment below. Alright. What's I'm gonna come up with a question for the day or something here, right? What is something you've gone through that's been difficult in your life? For me, it's this health issue, my blood pressure. It gets really scary at times because, you know, you could have a heart attack if your blood pressure is too high, or you could have a stroke. I'm really young for that, And so, like, I'm in my 30s. I don't need to be having a heart attack in your 30s, right? So that's hard for me. It's hard for me to change my diet habits that I've had for years and years. Luckily, I love healthy food, and so I don't really have a problem with eating healthy food. My problem is staying away from the junk food. So eating healthy is great. I love quinoa. I love spinach. I love veggies. I love all meats. I love pretty much everything. And it's good and bad because I love the good stuff, but I also love the bad stuff. Pizza and cookies and cake and pie and chocolate and just all kinds of sweets and stuff. So it's not fun. So what's the thing you've gone through? It doesn't have to be your health. It could just be anything in your life that was really difficult for you. And how did you manage it? Or are you still working on it? Or is it a challenge you're still having? Is it something you actually failed on? Yeah, put that in the comments below if you would. I dare you. I challenge you to put your privacy of your life in the comments below. And we will see you next time. Deuces!